So Greg, busy day for you today, transfer deadline day. No additions to the squad, but I guess that's not for the want of trying though?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a busy day for all of us, you know, Eddie, myself and Stuart. You know, we're in here at 8:30 this morning with optimism that we'd get some things done. The disappointment for me on the day is getting an agreement from a club, getting a medical done for a player, having sat in the room next to us with his girlfriend waiting to sign the papers, and then the club ringing up, you know, at about 6:30 to say we can't find the player that we want. He's given backward and we refuse to allow you to sign our player. Threw the whole day out really, and stopped us in our tracks on something else that we're pursuing. The signing we wanted, and we think would have been a key addition to what we're doing. You know, we've said all along we had our plan in place early on. We got 3 players in last week, and also, you know, Kai's in the building, and you know, he's one that we hope can surprise people and support Charlie, and you know, the other lads will come in and give us experience. But today would have been a big help for Stuart. You know, results have been great. We know that. We all appreciate that. We'll take responsibility for that, and we're all supportive, Eddie and myself, and the rest of the staff behind Stuart and the players, to improve that. But looking at what we've got, you know, the squad that we've got us to the top of the league over the last 18 months. We've got to now believe that squad can take us forward. In an ideal world, we might have made 1 or 2 additions, but most clubs will be saying that. Up and down the country, they'll all be saying that. I wish we could have had that. I wish we had 1 more player. Every manager always wants 1 more player. But you know what? I'm going to bury this disappointment, because I shared it with Eddie and Stuart. Shared that disappointment, and we stick together on Saturday, and we move on from there. There will be ups and downs at this level. There always is. Today, I've took it quite badly, because I'm so supportive of the manager and I wanted him to get them players, but without being disrespectful for the ones we've got, we haven't got a bad squad behind it. We are better than what our results over recent weeks have shown, and we will get better, and we will find that dirty win that sets us off on another good run, which can happen at this level.
Obviously, there's been reports of a confirmed, an agreed bid with Chesterfield for their striker Christian Dennis. I guess unfortunately there must be that frustration that through no fault of our own, unfortunately we couldn't get that deal.
Yeah, he was sat next to where we are now, with his girlfriend, and eating our pizza, which he owes us for. You know, spent a lot of money on that, but you know, it's hard for me to put a smile on my face, but I'm trying. But we have to dress ourselves down now, and Christian would have been a good addition. He scored a lot of goals. He's a great kid. He wanted desperately to be at Bradford City, which is a testimony to how we do things and how this club is, and what he's thought of outside of Bradford. Didn't happen. Absolutely 100%, and I would take full responsibility for mistakes we make and things we don't do quick enough or at the wrong times. We never did anything wrong. It was just one of them things where Chesterfield gave their word and backtracked. That's disappointing. It happens, and you have to respect why they've done it. It's not a criticism, it's just a fact, you know. But it's disappointing for us because we have to swallow that disappointment. The player was disappointed. He really wanted to be here. He wanted to be part of what we're doing. Thinks it looks an exciting venture, but it wasn't to be. And in the end, the other things that we tried to chase, you know. And if you look out there trying to find strikers at any time of the year is difficult, but trying to find it with an hour, 2 hours to go. We made 3 or 4 phone calls to people trying to call in favours. People in the Premiership want 6 strikers. In the Championship they want 5 strikers. In our league they want 4 strikers. So what's behind that? We're going to be better than what we've got. We've got some good players in there, and they're capable, more than capable, of scoring goals and getting the goals that we need to win the games.
Unfortunately, is this sort of incident kind of part and parcel of transfer deadline day? Hours of work can kind of be wasted just by 1 phone call, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, work's never wasted, but it feels like that at the moment. You know, I look back and we've done 1 or 2 things there that might lead to signings in the summer. You know, we have to start recruiting now for the summer. We have to start looking at the squad and building that and making sure it's right. You know, we have to learn from situations that go on, and we will do, and we have done. But it's not an exact science, football. You know, fans think it's easy. I wish it was. And anybody could sit here and do this, and anybody could sit here and face the criticisms that you're likely to get for not getting the players that people want. We wanted the same players. We feel as strongly as they do. I feel deeply disappointed in myself. I take things really personally, and you know, it's not for the want of trying. Today we haven't got too much wrong, but it's like one of them games where you play fantastically well and somebody scores by a goal of a fluky goal. You get beat 1-0 when you know you've done enough to win a game. I feel a bit like that now, but been in it a long time, this game, and so has Stuart, and so have all our players, and we know what we've got is decent. We have to sort of keep reminding ourselves of that, what we've got. So if you want to be negative, you can be as negative as you want, but you'll not keep us down, Stuart and myself, and the chairman showed his teeth today. You know, he's fought away there, you know, supportive of us. We've actually shown a little bit of disappointment today, but he's been there rallying us round, and you know, it's 10:30, he's still in the building, we're all still in the building, in a great position in the league. We have to get out of this run. That's down to hard work and Stuart putting the right things in the right places, and the players going out and delivering the goods on the pitch. No easy way out. It's all about hard work now, and everybody pulling together, realising that actually with our supporters, with the staff, with the players, with everybody put together, we're not in such a bad position.
Is it important to stress to the fans that we have tried to be as active as anyone in this January transfer window, but unfortunately at this time of the year, not many clubs want to get rid of their best players?
Well, because of the situation we're in, Mark, every player we're looking is generally the other team's best player. You know, and if anybody had come looking for Charlie White, we'd have been absolutely resistant, and that's what we found with other clubs. Now fans have to understand that, you know, average players are not going to make us any better. You know, taking young players from Premiership and Championship clubs, you know, they're 5th choice strikers in the Championship, possibly 6th choice strikers from the Premiership. They're not young enough and strong enough and powerful enough to deal with this level. We found that out last year with 1 or 2 of the younger players we tried to bring in on loan. We need men, and we need best players. And unfortunately people don't want to give you them, and if they do, they put ridiculous prices on them. It wasn't even a case of ridiculous prices, it was an absolute no, you're not having them, you can't take them, we won't let them go. If you look at the stuff that's gone on today, you know, our level, you know, there's not anything sensational. We've got a good squad, let's look at that. We've got a good fan base, we've got a good work ethic around this football club, and we'll be alright. The next win, it will always be the hardest win after the runs we've had, but then players will go out there, they'll stick together and they'll find that win, and then we'll start turning the corner, and you know, we have to remember, you know, we're sitting there at 5th, there's 19 clubs in our division would like to be where we're sat in the table.
Is the positives from this window that we've managed to get 5 good additions into the squad, while also keeping our key players, obviously the likes of Charlie White? Yeah,
I mean, we fought hard to keep Tony. You know, we fought hard to keep Charlie. You know, we've not encouraged anything. You know, there's not any situation here where we need any players to go out the door. We wanted to make some powerful additions to the squad. Like a lot of other clubs, and they failed to do it, and we haven't made that big signing. But I'm saying, and I keep reiterating it, we've got a good squad. At this level, people have peaks and troughs, and at the minute we're on a little bit of a downer, but we'll fight through that with the support of everybody, and we're encouraging the players all the time, and they'll find a performance, and it'll be very, very quickly. We get out of this thing, we get that win, we get that point, we get that goal, and things start changing as quickly as what they've done, you know, on this little bit of a, you know, a negative run. But we would be absolutely fine, I can assure you.
And just finally, we're talking of new signings. We saw Adam Chickson come back last week, Tony McMahon, Colin Doyle on the way back to full fitness, Alex Jones, I guess, not too far away himself. I suppose they will feel like new signings when they come back.
Yeah, well, you've got that, and then you've got the boys that we brought in, and it could almost be a new team on Saturday, you know, and Tony and Colin and Adam, they are like new signings, you know, because we've been missing them. It's proved that, you know, the results haven't been great without their experience and their nous, and you know, and Tony's professionalism. Let's say professional is a good word to use for Tony, you know, because he finds a way, doesn't he? You know, he finds a way of aggravating people, upsetting people, and puts in great balls for us. He's a professional. His nous is there, and we've missed that, you know, and for all the love of young players and that, and then encouraging them on, at times it's a man's game, you know. There's times for that and there's times for that, and at the minute Tony will be a breath of fresh air. Doyley's calmness will be just what's needed. Adam's energy and fitness levels and ability to get them down the line, great stuff, you know. So listen, let's look at the positives as well as looking at, you know, things that haven't happened today, you know, and it's not deflecting from any sort of, you know, fans will always look for that real marquee signing, because that's what fans do. And hey, listen, I believe I'm qualified to be a fan as well, so you know, we try to make that happen, try to make it work, but it hasn't happened, Mark, and we press on forward with like I said, a really powerful squad.